Y&R early week spoilers September 29th to October 3rd, Sharon's tricky trip, Kyle's worst nightmare, Victoria's concern. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of September 29th reveal a lot of curveballs. Fans can expect Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, and Nick Newman's, Joshua Morrow, trip to face complications. Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, could make things even worse with Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Claire Grace Newman's irritation. Let's start off with Claire, who needs distance and space from Kyle. However, the man just won't stop. There is also the fact that Claire keeps seeing or hearing about Kyle and Audra Charles's, Zuleika Silver, interactions. Really, Kyle and Audra are acting like toddlers. Claire seems to want to see what else is out there for her. The blonde has an opportunity to explore Los Angeles with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. Despite Kyle's warnings about the man, Claire just might take Holden up on the offer. Victoria Newman's concern. Even though Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinle, is really supportive of Claire's decisions, she could worry about her daughter. What is this? Victoria knows for sure that Kyle loves Claire. At the same time, she might worry that Holden is taking advantage of Claire and Kyle's situation. Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, might share Victoria's concerns about Holden. At some point in the near future, Victoria and Claire are in LA together. So, maybe Claire agrees to go on the trip as long as her mother can go too. Or, maybe Victoria goes chasing after Claire after learning some alarming intel about Holden? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Claire Grace Newman's irritation shakes Genoa City. Claire Grace Newman has been trying to find her place in Genoa City, but her journey has been anything but smooth. As a relatively new addition to the powerful Newman family, she has had to navigate treacherous waters filled with tension, mistrust, and emotional baggage. But now, Claire's irritation is starting to boil over, and it could send shockwaves throughout the Newman dynasty. This storyline is not just about one woman's struggle, it's about how her growing resentment may reshape the family dynamics, pit loved ones against each other, and create ripple effects that will touch nearly everyone in town. Claire's irritation stems from being caught between loyalty and expectation. On one hand, she wants to prove herself as a worthy member of the Newman family, making Victor proud and earning Nikki's trust. On the other, she constantly feels like she's walking on eggshells, with Victoria scrutinizing her decisions and Nick questioning her motives. It's a powder keg of conflicting emotions, and Genoa City residents may soon witness Claire unleash frustration that has been building for months. Victor, as the ever-powerful patriarch, may believe he can control Claire the way he controls his children. But Claire is not easily manipulated, and the irritation she feels toward being treated like a pawn is starting to seep through. She may soon push back, setting boundaries with Victor in a way that no one else dares. While this could earn her some respect, it could also put her in direct conflict with the man who defines power in Genoa City. Fans know Victor does not take defiance lightly, and Claire may be headed for a war she cannot win. Nikki, meanwhile, is torn. She has tried to embrace Claire, especially given her own guilt for not being able to protect her granddaughter sooner. But Nikki's well-meaning attempts to guide Claire sometimes come off as controlling. Claire's irritation is compounded by feeling smothered, as though her every move is second-guessed or corrected. This constant oversight is beginning to feel less like love and more like a leash, and Claire could soon snap, telling Nikki exactly how she feels. The fallout from such a confrontation could be devastating, leaving Nikki shaken and questioning whether she has failed her granddaughter all over again. Victoria is perhaps the greatest source of Claire's irritation. As Claire's biological mother, Victoria believes she knows what is best. But instead of showing empathy, Victoria often approaches situations with judgment, suspicion, or emotional distance. Claire's irritation with Victoria isn't just about disagreements, it's rooted in years of abandonment and unresolved trauma. No matter how much Victoria insists that she wants a bond, her actions often undermine her words. If Claire finally lets her irritation explode in front of Victoria, the mother-daughter relationship could be shattered beyond repair. Nick adds another layer to the tension. His protective instincts clash with his doubts about Claire's loyalty, especially as Audra and others in town whisper suspicions about her motives. Nick's mistrust irritates Claire deeply, because no matter how much she tries to prove herself, it never feels enough. She wants acceptance, not endless interrogations. If Nick keeps pressing, Claire may retaliate by aligning with someone unexpected, perhaps even Adam, who knows better than anyone what it feels like to be the Newman outsider. Adam's presence could be a game-changer. He and Claire share a bond of being the outsiders of the family, misunderstood and underestimated. Claire's irritation with the constant judgment could push her closer to Adam, who thrives on rebellion. This would shake the Newman Foundation in ways no one saw coming. Imagine Claire siding with Adam during a business battle or family feud. Victor, Victoria, and Nick would be horrified. Yet it would also show that Claire is no longer content to play by their rules. Adding fuel to the fire is Audra Charles, who knows how to manipulate a situation to her advantage. Audra sees Claire's irritation as an opportunity to drive wedges within the Newman clan. By planting seeds of doubt and whispering half-truths, Audra could convince Claire that her irritation is justified, even necessary for survival. If Claire buys into Audra's influence, she may make choices that alienate her from her family entirely. The thought of Claire aligning with Audra terrifies the Newmans, who know just how dangerous that alliance could be. Beyond the family drama, Claire's irritation may spill into her professional life. She has been trying to find her footing within Newman Enterprises, but her role often feels undefined. Is she truly trusted to handle business, or is she merely there to be supervised by Victoria and Victor? The lack of clarity irritates Claire, and she may soon demand independence. If she's denied, she could walk away, or worse, take confidential Newman strategies to a rival company. That kind of move would be catastrophic, but it would also be the ultimate revenge for someone who feels silenced and sidelined. Romantically, Claire's irritation could also complicate her chances at love. Potential partners may find it difficult to break through her guarded walls, especially when she is so consumed by resentment. But irritation is often rooted in hurt, and a patient love interest might be able to show Claire that she doesn't need to prove herself to everyone. Whether she ends up finding romance with a newcomer, rekindling something with Kyle, or shocking everyone by getting involved with someone unexpected, her irritation could serve as both a barrier and a motivator in her love life. As this storyline unfolds, fans are eager to see whether Claire's irritation will destroy her or empower her. Soap history has shown that characters who channel their frustrations can rise to power, but those who let irritation consume them often self-destruct. Will Claire finally stand up to Victor and earn respect, or will her irritation lead to reckless choices that could exile her from the Newman family forever? The beauty of this storyline lies in its unpredictability, and The Young and the Restless is not holding back on the drama. In the coming weeks, viewers should prepare for fiery confrontations, emotional breakdowns, and shocking alliances. Claire Grace Newman is tired of being polite, tired of biting her tongue, and tired of feeling like she's always on trial. Her irritation is about to reach its breaking point, and Genoa City may never be the same once she unleashes it. The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Victoria Newman's concern sends shockwaves through Genoa City. Victoria Newman is a woman who has built her life around power, prestige, and loyalty to her family, but recent events have left her unsettled in a way that fans haven't seen in years. For a Newman, concern is rarely just about small matters, it's about deep family fractures, business manipulation, and dangerous secrets threatening to come to light. Right now, Victoria's concern is weighing heavily on her heart and spilling into every aspect of her life, from her role as mother to her place in Newman Enterprises. The ripple effects of that concern could alter the balance of power in Genoa City forever. Victoria's concern begins with her daughter, Claire Grace Newman. While Victoria has long tried to rebuild a relationship with the young woman she once thought she'd lost forever, the road has been complicated. Claire's irritation and independence make Victoria feel as if her attempts at motherly guidance are falling short. She worries that their fragile bond could fracture under the weight of unspoken resentment. This concern is not just about being a good mother, it's about making up for lost years, for trauma that Claire suffered, and for the mistakes that Victoria blames herself for every single day. If she fails again, it could haunt her forever. But Victoria's concerns don't stop with Claire. She has been keeping a close eye on Newman Enterprises, and what she sees makes her deeply uneasy. Victor's constant meddling in the company has put Victoria on edge. While she respects her father's legacy, she is concerned that his old-fashioned power plays could jeopardize the company's future. With shifting markets, corporate rivals circling, and Audra Charles scheming in the shadows, Victoria is concerned that Newman Enterprises may lose its edge. Her fear is that the empire her father built, and the one she hopes to one day secure for Claire, could crumble if Victor doesn't adapt to the changing times. Her concern about business also extends to Adam Newman, who continues to stir the pot both inside and outside of Newman Enterprises. Victoria is always wary of Adam's motives, but now her concern is that he might pull Claire into his orbit. She knows Adam thrives on finding allies among Newman outsiders, and Claire's irritation with the family could make her the perfect target. Victoria is deeply concerned that Adam could exploit Claire's vulnerabilities, pulling her into schemes that would destroy her credibility and drive her further away from her mother. This is more than sibling rivalry, this is a battle for Claire's soul, and Victoria is determined not to lose. Nick Newman is another source of Victoria's concern. Her brother has always been protective of family, but lately, Victoria has sensed a growing distance between them. Whether it's about business disagreements or his mistrust of Claire, Victoria fears that Nick's skepticism could widen the cracks in their relationship. She is concerned that if Nick pushes too hard, Claire will feel isolated and Victoria will be caught in the middle of another Newman civil war. She longs for unity, but in a family built on power struggles, she knows that might be a dream she can't sustain. Then there's Nate Hastings, a man who has been both her lover and her betrayer. While she has distanced herself from him, she remains concerned about his ongoing presence in Genoa City. Nate's ambition is dangerous, and Victoria knows from personal experience how easily charm can mask ulterior motives. She's concerned that Nate may circle Newman Enterprises again, perhaps through Audra, perhaps through an entirely new scheme. Her feelings for him may have cooled, but her concern over his ability to destabilize her carefully built life remains as strong as ever. Victoria's concern also extends to her mother, Nikki Newman. Nikki's recent struggles with sobriety, stress, and vulnerability have left Victoria on edge. As much as Victoria wants to believe her mother is strong enough to handle her demons, the reality is sobering. She worries constantly that Nikki might relapse, fall prey to outside influences, or buckle under Victor's pressure. Victoria's concern is amplified by the fact that she doesn't just see Nikki as her mother, she sees her as the backbone of the family. If Nikki falters, Victoria fears the entire Newman Foundation could crack. One of the heaviest burdens of Victoria's concern is the shadow of Victor himself. While she has always admired and craved her father's approval, Victoria is increasingly concerned about the way he exerts control over everyone's lives. His manipulations, his secrecy, and his endless appetite for power make her wonder if he truly has the family's best interest at heart, or only his own. She is concerned that one day, Victor's decisions will push the family too far, and there will be no coming back. This quiet fear gnaws at her, leaving her torn between loyalty and rebellion. Her concern stretches into the romantic realm as well. Though Victoria is not currently entangled in a relationship, she remains cautious about letting anyone into her world. Her history with men like Ashland Locke and Nate Hastings has left scars. She is concerned that if she lets her guard down again, she will repeat old mistakes. Yet her loneliness is undeniable, and her concern that she may never find true, unconditional love lingers in her thoughts. This vulnerability makes her more human, but it also sets the stage for a potential new romance that could either heal her or shatter her again. Victoria's concern for her children also looms large. Beyond Claire, she is always protective of Johnny and Katie, worrying about how the family drama impacts them. Every Newman feud, every public scandal, trickles down to the next generation. She is concerned about whether she can provide stability in a world defined by chaos. Her greatest fear is that her children will grow up resenting her choices, the same way she sometimes resents the choices Victor made when she was young. It's a cycle she desperately wants to break, but concern weighs heavily on her heart every day. And then there are her concerns about external forces. Rivals like the Abbotts, Audra, and other power players in Genoa City are always looking for cracks in the Newman armor. Victoria's concern is that any sign of weakness, her own emotional vulnerability, Claire's irritation, Nikki's struggles, or Victor's missteps, could be exploited. In a city where business wars are just as brutal as personal ones, her concern is not paranoia, it's survival instinct. Week of September 29, 2025. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of September 29 reveal that Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, and Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, should agree to an alliance. However, can they really stop attacking each other long enough to stop Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn? Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, will likely go on a rampage. After deceiving everyone, now he's all mad that nobody wants to help him target Kane. Why? So, he can deceive and dump them again the next time a better offer comes along? There is also Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, who has decided to investigate Mariah Copeland's, Cameron Grimes, secret. Tessa won't have to investigate alone, though. Daniel Romalotti, Jr., Michael Graziadei, has agreed that she's not doing this alone. What is this? There is also Sharon and Nick, who also plan on going to LA. They are meeting up with Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, next month. However, there could be some complications and twists, so stay tuned.